Hi and welcome to the tutorial on how to crochet Jack Skellington earrings. So first off we're going to start with a slip knot. Then we need to chain stitch 10. So now you want to single crochet back along the chain stitch you've just done. You should have 9 single crochets altogether. At the end of that row you want to chain stitch 1, turn your work and do 9 single crochets. You should only go into the top loops. At the end of that row you want to chain stitch 1, turn your work and single crochet into the top loops. It should be 9 single crochets. To do your next rows, it's simple. All you need to do is repeat this pattern and altogether you need to do it 14 times. So you've already done 3 rows, so do 11 more. Pause this video and I'll meet you once all 14 are complete. Now all 14 rows are done, you should have a rectangular shape with the tail ends on opposite sides. If yarn on opposite sides, then just add one more row. Fold both ends together so you can crochet them. Put your hook through the loop on each side and then do a chain stitch. Do this all the way to the end. Once you're at the end, you need to cut your yarn, leaving a good amount to sew, so about 30 centimetres, and pull the yarn through the last loop. Thread the needle and weave it through the top of your work until you get all the way around. Now pull the yarn tight until the hole closes. Triple knot both ends and then poke them through the middle of your work. If you find that your tail ends are a little bit short to sew through, poke your needle into your work and then thread it through the eye of your needle and pull it through. That's what I'm doing here. Now stuff it with stuffing. thread your needle at the longest tail end. The short one should be inside with the stuffing. Now once again weave the thread all the way around the top and pull tight to close the hole. Now send the needle through your work about 3 times to secure it and cut off anything left over. Do this twice. It's time to sew the Jack Skellington face on. So chop a decent amount of black yarn, again at least at about 30 centimetres. So now thread your needle and poke it through your work. You want it to poke out at the inside top of the eye, if that makes sense. You'll see me do it now. So where this needle's coming out is the inside top of the eye. Now you're going to sew the shape of the eye. So once you've finished that eye, when the needle is going into the head, you want it to come back out at the start of your next eye. You'll see me doing it now to understand if you don't quite grasp what I'm saying. So you can see the needle going in and popping out where I want the next eye to start. Now sew the next eye. When you finish that, while the needle's inside, for the last stitch it needs to come out where you want the smile to start. Again, you can see me doing it here. So the needle's going in for my last stitch of the eye and it's coming out where I want the mouth to start. Now you want to sew the mouth. Just watch how I'm doing it to get an idea of how I'm doing it. You're kind of weaving the needle in and out and then back on itself to make it a solid line. So once you've done the last stitch, you want it to pop out the top of his head. Do this again for the next head. Now it's time to add the earrings. So with your crochet hook and your yarn, make a slip knot and chain 4. So you want to add the earring attachment to the 4th chain. I'm using pliers and a special ring to easily open up the ring. These can be ordered easily online. Make sure the ring's properly closed up. You don't want it catching on things or in people's hair or anything like that. So put the crochet hook back into the 4th chain and work back along the chain and do 3 single crochets. So cut the end of the yarn and pull it through. You need roughly about 20 centimeters for the tail. Thread your needle and sew the ends at the top of your jack head. Triple knot the ends and add an extra knot for the separate end sticking out from the smile stitch. I'm chopping these ends down a little as they don't need to be this long. Thread your needle and poke each end through your jack head. Cut the excess yarn and poke the ends back in the head, just so you can't see the black poking through. Do this twice and enjoy your amazing earrings you have made yourself. Now you know how to do them, you can also turn them into key rings or into necklaces. Subscribe to get alerts on any new videos that I make.